Rocks and soil. Hi all, welcome back to my channel. And before we continue, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and turn on post notifications so that you all never miss out on a video that I upload. So today we're doing rocks and soil. The Earth's crust has four main components, which refer to as Earth's material. These materials include minerals, rocks, soil, and water. It is the combination of these materials that makes life on Earth possible. In today's video, we will see rocks and soil in brief. Water and minerals, we will see a small introduction. In rocks, we have sedimentary rocks, for example, chalk and coal. Igneous rock, example, diamond and granite. Metamorphic rock, marble and slate. In soil, we have sandy soil, slit soil, clay soil, and loamy soil. Now, minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring inorganic solids that have a crystalline structure and definite chemical composition. Minerals are referred to as naturally occurring because they are formed through natural geological process. Minerals are non-living and have a crystalline structure, meaning the atoms that make up the minerals are arranged in an orderly three-dimensional pattern that repeats itself. There are over 4,500 different minerals identified on Earth. Each has a unique combination of crystalline structure and chemical composition. Salt is an example of a mineral. If you look closely at a grain of salt, you will see that it is solid, that has a specific shape and pattern. Now water. Water is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, odorless and nearly colorless chemical substance. We have already done properties of water and sources of water. Here are the YouTube links. You can refer it. We have also provided water link in the description box. You can also refer it. Now rocks. Rocks are defined as natural formed aggregates of mineral or mineral-like substances. Rocks can be made up of one type of mineral, several minerals, or no mineral at all. Limestone is a rock that is composed of mineral calcite. Many crystals of calcite are cemented together to form the limestone. Coal is an example of a rock that isn't composed of any mineral but instead is made of decomposed organic matter. Rocks are often classified by how they are formed. The three types of rocks are sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic. Now, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed by the accumulation of sediment that is deposited over time. Examples of sedimentary rocks are coal and chalk. Now, coal. Coal is one of the most important primary fossil fuel. Coal is a combustible black or brownish sedimentary rock. Coal is a soft rock. In sedimentary rock, we're going to see chalk. Chalk is an extremely soft sedimentary rock that forms under the sea due to the gradual accumulation of plates of calcite and very small amount of clay and silt. It is a form of limestone compressed of the mineral calcite and originally formed deep under the sea. Now igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are formed when molten magma cools and solidifies. Example, diamond, granite. Now igneous rocks, diamond. Diamond is a mineral formed at very high temperature and pressure deep within the earth. Diamond is the hardest known natural substance. It is also chemically resistant and has the highest thermal conductivity. These properties make it suitable for use as a cutting tool and for other uses where durability is required. Because of their extreme hardness, diamonds have a number of important industrial applications. Now, igneous rock. Granite. Granite is a light colored igneous rock with grains large enough to be visible with the unaided eye. It forms from the slow crystallization of magma below Earth's surface. It is also a hard rock. Now, metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rocks are formed when an existing rock changes due to heat, pressure, or some other physical force. Metamorphic rocks arise from the transformation of existing rock types in a process called metamorphosis, which means change in form. Example of metamorphic rocks are marble and slate. Now we're going to see the example marble. Marble is formed when limestone changes due to heat, pressure, or some other physical force. Now soil. We're going to see how soil is formed. The action of sunlight, water due to rain, wind, and changes in the weather broke the rocks into smaller and smaller pieces. Over many years, these rocks broke into very small pieces to form soil. When plants and animals die, they rot and mix with the soil. Thus, soil has tiny pieces of rocks, minerals, and rotted pieces of dead plants and animals. The rotted plants and animals are called humus. Soil is made up of gravel, which is small stone, sand, which is large particles, clay, which is very fine particles, and humus. The types of rocks and the condition under which they break down will influence the properties of the soil formed. For example, soils formed from granite are often sandy and infertile, whereas basalt under moist conditions break down to form fertile clay soil. Importance of soil. Most plants get their nutrition from the soil and they are the main source of food for humans, animals and birds. Therefore, most living things on land depend on soil for their existence. Soil is one of the earth's most important natural resources. It supports human food production system, support the cultivation of vegetation, feed, fiber and fuel, and has the potential to help combat and mitigate climate changes. It's also a rich and complex ecosystem, accommodating array of biodiversity. Therefore, the importance of soil on life is vast. Soil is an important part of building process. Clay soil is used in making ceramics or pottery. Soil is used in wastewater treatment plants. Now, types of soil. First one is sandy soil contains of small particles of weathered rock. Sandy soils are one of the poorest types of soil for growing plants because it has a very low nutrition and poor water holding capacity, which makes it harder for the plant's roots to absorb water. This type of soil is very good for the drainage system. Sandy soil is usually formed by the breakdown of fragmented rocks like granite and limestone. Now, silt soil. Silt, which is known to have much larger particles compared to sandy soil and is made up of rocks and other mineral particles, which are smaller than sand and larger than clay. It is the smoothest and fine quality of the soil that holds water better than sand. Silt is easily transported by moving currents and it is mainly found near the river, lake, and other water bodies. Importance of silt soil. The silt soil is more fertile compared to the other three types of soil. Therefore, it is also used in agricultural practice to improve soil fertility. Fertile soils that hold on to nutrition better than sandy soil. Better water holding capacity than sandy soil. Easier to work with than clay soil. Yellow iris, grass, cereal or fruits are mainly grown on the heavier silt soils. Now clay soil. Clay is the smallest particle among the other two types of soil. The particles in the soil are tightly packed together with each other with little or no air space. This soil has very good water storage quantities and makes it harder for moisture and air to penetrate into it. It is very sticky to touch when wet but smooth when dry. Importance of clay soil. Clay is the density and heaviest type of soil which does not drain well or provide space for plant roots to flourish. Clay holds onto nutrition so the plant has the food it needs. Great for growing things that need a lot of water. Broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, potato grow well in clay. Fruits like apple and pear will also grow well in clay. Now, loamy soil. Loam is the fourth type of soil. It is a combination of sand, silt, and clay, such that the beneficial properties from each is included. For instance, it has the ability to retain moisture and nutrition, hence it is more suitable for farming. This soil is also referred to as agricultural soil, as it includes equilibrium of all three types of soil materials being sand, clay, and silt, and it also happens to have humus. Apart from these, it also has higher calcium and pH levels because of its inorganic origins. Importance of loamy soil. Drought resistance due to water holding capacity. Fast to warm up in the spring compared to clay. Can hold nutrition making soils fertile. Good infiltration of air and water. Loamy soil is ideal for growing several crops that are sugarcane, wheat, cotton, pulses, oil seeds like sunflower. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and turn on post notifications so that you all never miss out on a video that I upload. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Thank you.